Okay, in today's video, I'm going to go over a training split that addresses all major fitness goals, including strength, hypertrophy, endurance, and cardiovascular training. So this split is a 6-day split. 3 days are going to be resistance training days, and 3 days are going to be cardio, endurance, and high-intensity interval training, with one rest day that has a special recovery protocol that I got from Andrew Huberman. So day 1 is a long endurance workout. Endurance activity keeps your heart, your lungs, and your circularity system healthy, and is very important for longevity. You could jog on the treadmill or outside. You can use the rowing machine if your gym has one. You can cycle, you can swim, you can even go hiking. You could also progressive overload an endurance workout by wearing a weighted vest or by wearing a backpack if you want to really push yourself. And endurance workouts like this one will indirectly help you build more muscle because you'll be able to get in more reps at the gym and push harder at the gym, which is essentially going to help you build new muscle tissue. So ideally for your long endurance workout, you want to work your way up to a 60 to 75 minute workout. But obviously if you've never done cardio in your life, then start at 30 minutes and just work your way up. You should be training at an intensity where obviously you're breathing faster than normal, but you can still kind of maintain a conversation. And I'd say here, make sure to breathe through your nose to increase airflow to your muscles, to your arteries, so that you can actually last longer and push yourself to your potential. Next, day 2 is a leg day. When it comes to your resistance training, you're not only going to be focusing on hypertrophy, but strength gains as well. And there are 2 key principles when it comes to resistance training if you want to get the most out of strength and aesthetics. And that can be done by using alternative training schedules, also known as periodization. This way you can optimize both your strength and your muscle hypertrophy. So you should break down your training into 2 schedules, one for strength and one for hypertrophy, and then alternate between both schedules every month. So when you're doing schedule A, you should train within the 4 to 8 rep range with heavier weights, obviously. And you should do 3 to 4 sets per exercise with 2 to 4 minute rests between sets. And for schedule B, you're going to want to train within the 8 to 15 rep range on every exercise. And obviously you're going to be using moderate to lighter weights. And you're going to want to do 2 to 3 sets per exercise with around 90 seconds to 2 minute rests between sets. And when you train, you want to be training each muscle in its shortened position and its lengthened position to maximize muscle growth and to maximize strength gains. So you should pick 2 exercises per muscle so that you can do that. So exercise 1 should focus on bringing the muscle into a shortened or maximally contracted position at the end of the range of motion. So like a leg curl, a seated calf raise, bicep preacher curl, leg extension, and chest cable flies, for example. And exercise 2 should focus on resistance occurring when the muscle is in the lengthened position. So standing calf raises, incline dumbbell curls, deep squats, glute ham raises, straight-legged RDLs or incline presses, for example. And you want to keep your workouts around 1 hour long with a 10-minute warm-up. I normally stick to 75-minute workouts max, including the warm-up, as this maximizes the effectiveness and the results I see from my workout, as well as my ability to recover. This 75-minute workout, though, includes rest between sets and doesn't include me looking around for a machine that's free. If the machine that you want to do is not available, use its alternative. If you want to do a Smith machine chest press, do a dumbbell chest press. If it's taken, they're exactly the same. You don't want to be wasting time in your workouts. And don't text between sets, okay? Warm up and just get it done. So for this leg day, start with leg extensions and move on to hack squats or some squat variation. Then for hamstrings, I do a leg curl variation and move on to an RDL variation. And finally for calves, I do a standing calf raise and then I move on to a seated calf raise. Okay, day 3 is a rest day. So something I've learned from Huberman is the importance of heat and cold exposure for maximizing testosterone and recovery. Ever since I've started doing things like sauna or cold showers or ice baths, my mood has improved, I never get stressed, and I have way more energy throughout the day, and my ability to focus has improved as well. And saunas and cold showers have also been proven to increase metabolism, which can obviously aid fat loss if that is a goal of yours. And they have been proven to release concentrations of growth hormone, which is a hormone that is responsible for stimulating muscle growth. So it can also help you build muscle. So I would say start with a sauna for 20 minutes, followed by an ice bath or a cold shower for 5 minutes. Next is an upper body day. Start off with an incline chest press variation, and then follow that up with a chest fly variation. Then for back, do chin-ups or pull-ups, and follow that up with a row variation, so seated row or a dumbbell row. Then for shoulders, move on to a shoulder press variation, then move on to lateral raises, and then finish off with a rear delt fly variation. And finally for neck, do plate-loaded neck extensions, or if you have a neck extension machine in your gym, use that, and lying neck curls. Training neck is very important for reducing your risk of injury, and it's also very good at correcting posture. So quick tip for your resistance training days, focus on getting your heart rate down between sets, using a full inhale through the nose, followed by a full exhale through the mouth. Try releasing all the air out from your lungs. This will help you recover between sets, and it's a great way to get rid of any anxiety that you may have. Next, day 5 is another cardio day. So do 35 minutes of moderate intensity cardio. So like 75 to 80% of your maximum effort. Again, you can go for a run, you can go rowing, you can go cycling, you can do jumping jacks, you can do the Stairmaster, you can do the jump rope. Next, day 6 is a high intensity interval training session, which also indirectly trains your legs. legs. That's why you see footballers or rugby players or cyclists with huge legs, because part of their leg training is not only in the gym, but also the actual sport itself. You can do the assault bike in your gym. You can do the rowing or skiing machine. I typically like to do sprint intervals. So I do like a 20 to 60 second all-out sprint. This applies to whatever machine you're using as well, with 10-second rests for 8 to 12 rounds. And to get the most out of this training session, you want to try achieve your max heart rate. A good way to calculate this is by subtracting your age from 220. And this is a great way to also lose fat because it burns a lot of calories in a short amount of time. And if you are an athlete, this training day is going to make you elite. And finally, day 7 is a full body day with a focus on arms. Starting off with biceps, do an incline curl variation followed by a preacher curl variation. Next, for triceps, do an overhead extension variation followed by tricep dips. Next, for calves, do standing calf raises followed by seated calf raises. And lastly, for the neck, again, do neck extensions followed by neck curls. If you want instructions on how to train your neck, click here. Again, this is just a framework. You can modify it how you want. You can choose what exercises you want to do, what cardio machines you want to do, what days you want to do when. But basically, this is the most optimal way to set up your split to maximize your overall health and fitness, according to Huberman. So some other quick notes that are important for your health and fitness. Make sure you're stretching throughout the week. This is important to maximize muscle growth as it improves your performance in the gym because it ensures that your joints are moving through their full range of motion. It ensures that you're maximizing blood flow so that your muscles will work most effectively and so you make the most gains. So hold each major muscle group in a static stretched position for 30 to 60 seconds at least 3 times a week. Another tip, if you are trying to lose fat, try training fasted. That is, if you plan to work out before noon. This is what I did to lose fat and it was very effective, but I drank a lot of water and electrolytes and I had some coffee beforehand so that I didn't feel sluggish during my workout. But if you prefer eating before your workouts, that's perfectly fine. Just see how you feel, see which one you prefer. Experiment whether you perform best when you're fasted or fed and which time of day do you have the best workout. Another thing, if you have a cold or if you are ill, then lighter training, so decreasing the duration or the intensity of your workouts by like 50% will help you feel better, I found. Although if you're truly sick, then skipping training and allowing yourself to fully recover is better. Also, you should skip your workout if you are sleep deprived. This can be counterproductive. This can actually lead to you gaining fat and losing muscle. So instead, focus on getting a good night's sleep and relaxing that day. And finally, some supplements that I'd recommend. While supplements are not necessary, I have benefited from the following supplement recommendations from Huberman, as I felt they have improved both my physical performance and my muscle recovery. First one is Alpha GPC. So I took 300 milligrams a day with my pre-workout meal, so 30 to 60 minutes before my workout. Alpha GPC has been shown to improve memory, attention, and skeletal muscle contraction, and increase power output, which is important for muscle growth. Another one is L-tyrosine. I took 500 milligrams a day, again with my pre-workout meal, so 30 to 60 minutes before my workout. L-tyrosine is an amino acid that can improve the production of dopamine, improve energy, motivation, and mood. And this is obviously going to have a powerful effect for enhancing your exercise performance. Next is creatine. I take 5 grams of creatine daily. Creatine essentially just regenerates ATP stores, which is the primary energy carrier in your body. And in thousands of studies, it's been shown to effectively increase exercise performance, power output, and by extension, help increase muscle growth. And finally, protein powder. I take 40 grams a day after my workouts. In my post-workout protein shake, protein powder is a well-absorbed source of protein that is useful for post-workout recovery. Research shows that consuming protein powder benefits muscle gain and fat loss. So that's going to conclude this video. Shout out to Andrew Huberman. So definitely try this out if you want to improve the quality of your life. I can attest that this schedule is going to help you feel better and obviously it's going to help you look better. And yeah, thank you for watching. Going to be coming out with a video very soon. But until then, peace.